Alright everyone, we're back. We made a lot of progress. I know since the last time you've seen, got the roll bar in the car, getting ready to get that out and painted. While I'm doing that, we got the seats set up, trying to get all the harnesses set up, and I got a removable steering wheel, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. This has turned out to be a little bit bigger of a task than I initially thought it was going to be. And most of all, it's just finding what you need to do. So I wanted to give you a couple of tips on how to get this airbag out. As you can see, I got half of it already out, and I wanted to slow down and come back to it and revisit what I've been doing. So first thing I did was I took off my battery. You don't want this thing popping out in your face or anything like that. And I thought, you know what, let's think safety. So I had it off for close to 24 hours now, just to ensure that everything is completely off. Now, rather than doing it in the car, I figured I'm going to stand out here and do it from out here. Now, going online and reading, there's these two dots on each side. You can't miss them. Right behind here, there's two holes that are behind this, and there's two clips that hold this airbag in place. As a matter of fact, I just popped the other one in, darn. But anyways, if you use even just a simple Allen wrench, fish it in there and try and find some of where that clip is. And this is really what's been taking the most time here, and I've been trying to figure out how to get it out, and this side has really been giving me a lot of trouble. So the recommendations I read online were to just get in there and find some of that restriction that's in there. Shove well, that was a fail. Let's try this again. Shove one of these panel tools in there, pull this out, go to the other side, find the same clips, and pull, and this whole thing pops right out. Not too bad at all. But like I said, I want to slow down and get you guys at least some tips as to what is needed after this. Next thing, we unplug these wires, which we're going to do very carefully, because some of these right here, I don't want to break these clips, don't want to mess up those wires, because those are involved with a lot of the safety stuff. Take off this nut, and then from there the whole steering wheel should come right out. So stay tuned. I'm going to see if I can get most of this off and try to ensure that the new steering wheel goes on there. Once it's on there, I'll start showing parts as we get closer. All right. Now I gotta go find that clip. Oh boy. All right. So here's what's got going on. We have to remember which of those goes where, in case we ever put this back on. But before we do, let me go find that clip I just broke. All right, so that was pretty easy. Take off this bolt here, which is a 21, and I just use my impact wrench. Hit it real good while holding this in place. Take off the nut. One of the things I recommend is just disconnecting this from where it was here, and you'll see why in a second. So I just stood out here in the car, wiggled it back and forth, this way, up and down, and it just popped right out. It really was that easy. So the reason I said to loosen that before was there's a potential that you can break this clip right here. Definitely don't want that. All right. So next, we just need to undo this clip here, right? Which I need to figure this out. Right there. Steering wheel is officially out. All right, let me go grab the quick release pieces, and we'll get started on that. All right. All right. So last you saw that the steering wheel came off. We're able to get the NRG hub that's specific for the car bolted into place. For this one specifically, I'm not going to worry about the horn at the moment, since I'm mostly going to be racing the car for the next, couple of months. I don't really need a horn when I'm at the track, so I just tucked all the wiring in there, and I want to see if I get this hooked up very quickly. So here's a very important part that I found, and I know a lot of guys that do this might end up doing something very similar to this type of assembly, and I found out the hard way that you need this and had to wait another couple of weeks for this adapter. So NRG Quick Release systems have a 6-lug pattern. Okay, it's standard across all of them, and if you get an NRG steering wheel, that will work. For my application, I did not want to do that. I'm kind of privy towards Motion Raceworks steering wheels, and over the past couple of years that they've been producing some of these, I'm a fan of their type of steering wheels, which is an MPI type steering wheel, and they have some brackets that go along with it, so that way when we are racing, we can add buttons for my line lock, for my two-step, anything that's related to what I'm doing for drag racing. Okay, and what I found was that's a Grant style steering wheel, and that type of steering wheel has a 5-lug. Did not know that. So what I found was, you go online, and Amazon actually has one, $20 to go from a 6-lug to a 5-lug adapter for NRG specific hubs. Best $20 ever. Oh man, let's put that in the wrong one, so I have to probably edit that out. Okay, so what I recommend is, if you can, and if you do use a Grant style steering wheel, $20 will get you a simple adapter. There's nothing special about it, and this adapter does have the proper type of spacing that's needed for Grant style steering wheels. It's a very good tip. I recommend doing a little bit of that research. I thought I had it all done and everything looked like it messed up until I went to go line everything up and realized it didn't work. Okay, once again, I'm still doing this from outside. You could do this sitting in the car. It's a lot easier since I have the car up on the quick jack, just kind of at this level. We end up sitting so much now with work and just from a trip that we got back from, it takes a toll on your back. So standing up, much easier to do. And some of the stuff that I'm doing right now, not a biggie. So just wanted to try and throw that quick tip in there. And then what I'll do is, let me go ahead and speed up this process so that way you can start to see what the steering wheel will look like once it's mounted. And there's one more thing that I don't like about the steering wheel that I will show you, but it's minor, it's cosmetic, but I am probably going to change that in the near future. But like I said, we got a couple of weeks of thrash for a couple of races, and we have a lot of work to do. So first, let's get the steering wheel on here. Let's see. All right, so take two. I didn't realize there's a specific bolt pattern to this as he bolted on to this quick release. All right, so here we go. This is the MPI steering wheel from Motion Raceworks. Great stuff, like I said. I got their center cap that comes with it. Very cool and very exciting to see it go on the car. This is a long time coming, and I haven't had this on there before, so I'm pretty excited about how this is going to go. All right. I like it. This thing feels real sturdy. Comes off, no problems. Lines up. That looks great. All right, all done. Like I said, there's not a lot of things I would really complain about with this whole setup. The only thing that I will, these screws. Why couldn't they be black? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run to the hardware store, pick some up, probably some that aren't with a small head the way these ones are, because I'm not a fan of things being different. But that's just me being very nitpicky. Overall, the NRG hub, the quick release, and the adapter work great, and this bolted right up to it, no issues. It's just a matter of installer issues that we had, and on to the next step. So stay tuned. I'll have some more tips for things on the car, but this is one thing out of the way.